Hi guys.
Welcome back to Power Ranger Month.
Yep, we're back.
We finished our bitching and ranting from the last one, talk about the worst ideas of Power Rangers. And we are going to finish off Power Ranger Month, before the live stream, with our personal top 10 best Power Ranger ideas, in our opinion.
Yep.
What you gotta say to that?
Yay.
What you gotta say, Dragon?
I will kill you all.
Good will prevail! Feel free to leave in the comments below your personal favorites as well, I'm sure. Especially if, we'll start with number 5. Now, number 5 for best Power Ranger ideas. This is mostly my personal opinion, and I know I'm going to get a lot of beef for this, but Ivan Ooze.
I liked him.
The
He was
villain
funny.
Ivan Ooze. I did like him, and I still like him. I think he's one of the funniest villains that I've come across in my days watching animated shows.
Yep.
What do you think?
Oh, I mean, the movie wasn't great, but at least he knew how to play his role.
I felt like he was a super kid-friendly Joker.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
was obviously causing chaos, and he was having the best time of his life doing it. Especially when he thought he won. He was just sitting upon his throne, and he's all like, "You, dance!"
Yeah, if he's going, the guy who played him, I forget his name, I guess he figured if this is going to be over the top, he might as well be the most over the top guy there.
Especially with all that heavy makeup.
Yeah.
Kudos to the makeup artist on that. I mean, that's amazing. That couldn't have been comfortable to do for hours and hours and upon end.
Mm-mm.
But yeah, if there's a way that we can revive him, or maybe have him to... Any fan artists or fan animators out there who could do a collaboration with him and the Joker would be great. That'd be so awesome. Okay, number 4, I'm sure you can give your input on this too, the Psycho Rangers.
Oh, the Psycho Rangers were really, really cool. Now, this is how you do evil Rangers.
Another villain. This is what the Dark Rangers should have been.
Mm.
If they had a decent costume budget, I'm sure that's what it would have been. But those guys...
Yeah, they stood out, they were powerful, they had personalities, sort of, I mean, besides the evil thing, and they each had their own moment to shine.
Yeah, you see their big-ass entrance right before their first fight with the Rangers, and you could just feel the chill in the air, like, oh, these guys mean business.
Yes, yes. Oh, man, I still love the design of them, too.
Yeah.
I mean...
I loved them.
I'm glad they didn't go with the typical Ranger suits, except some highlights are black and all that.
Well, black, evil, dark.
I know, but I hate when they just do copies of of Rangers. Make them their own kind of Rangers. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Which is what they did here.
But that was a cheaper way of making them exact copies.
I know. Save my eye. Anyways, your number 3?
Number 3, okay. Again, my personal opinion. So, one of my favorite seasons is Jungle Fury. And the best idea out of that season is the one character who, every time I see, always makes me smile. And that is RJ. RJ I think, is one of the best Power Ranger mentors out there. He is just
chill as fuck.
I love it. I love
now
the whole never judge a book by its cover thing. He starts off like this, some dude.
Now, I did watch a bit of Jungle Fury. Not really one of my favorites, but it wasn't bad. And RJ was cool. I liked him. He's definitely the kind of mentor you just want to chill on a couch with.
Literally.
Maybe he was already high, I don't know.
But he was also, he also did have his moments where he was kind of in a cross with himself, which made him more relatable. So he was definitely a real character to me. But just the fact that, having those moments where, like, say, where the villain says, tomorrow is another day, and he's just like, And today will be yesterday. Just confusing the crap out of the villains and then just being all spirit of the wolf. I love that guy. I love him. 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 He's so awesome.
If you love him so much, why don't you just marry him? Okay.
A little too old for me. All right. Number 2 for best Power Ranger ideas. The unmorphed fight scenes. Now this, I'm specifically leaning towards the first few seasons.
Yes, because they pretty much took that away in Disney.
They took it away in the later seasons because they had more special effects. But like those who don't really follow Power Rangers, obviously all the fight scenes in the morph suits are not the actual actors. They don't want to risk them getting hurt from the explosions and the crazy stunts, so they have stunt doubles do them.
I think it's pretty obvious to tell since all the suit actors are skinny when their actors tend to be all muscular.
Or they just use the stock footage. Either way. But what I loved that I thought was an ingenious thing for the first few seasons was that the actual actors had their own fight scenes. They were real martial artists and gymnasts. They actually did amazing moves fighting the putties. And they weren't just hired to stand there and look pretty and say these lines. They were real athletes. And it was just so badass. Yeah. I was actually, people usually get bored after seeing the same thing over and over again, but I never got tired of seeing the putty fight scenes in the first few seasons. And I will admit that there were some scenes in Turbo that I thought were pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because there were some scenes where Tommy and Adam really gave it their all with their martial arts skills. They just did so much badass tricks, and I was like, oh my god, this is awesome. And that's what I love most about it, is that it shows that these guys are just the real deal. They really dedicated themselves to being that part of the show. Yeah,
and I liked it. And you know what I get bored of? When they do slow motion and wire tricks and just not fighting like in the later shows. But that's another rant, which I already brought up before. I'm just saying, the classics knew how to do it right.
Yeah. I mean, in the later seasons, they added more special effects and stuff, and it just wasn't the same anymore. And even Jason David Frank himself said that in an interview one time. I remember him saying that it just wasn't the same as it used to be, because when he was in it, they were actually fighting. There weren't strings, there weren't CGI things going on, or superhuman powers or anything. There were some silly fight moments, like in the second episode. Do you remember when Zach sat on Jason's shoulders and then Kimberly held onto Zach's legs and they did that spin thing that knocked out the putties?
Oh yeah, that.
I was like, what did that do?
I think they were still trying to find their place.
I think they were still just trying to show off their skills, that was a silly moment, but it was still pretty badass. I couldn't do that. Could you?
Fuck no.
Could you? Maybe you could. You're ultimately evil.
And he's a little more buff than back in the day.
Alright, so this time we're going to get to the honorable mentions first before we hit number 1. This is a mixed opinion from every fan. The anniversary episodes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the 20th anniversary could have been better. It wasn't terrible to me, but it definitely could have been better. I love the 10th anniversary one, the Forever Red.
That was cool. I mean, the ending with the Dragon Sword felt a little meh, but all together it was pretty cool.
The 15th anniversary one was meh.
Well, nothing felt good after that. After the 10th.
I just love the fact that Johnny Bosch came back to do Adam, and it was awesome. Mm. But even that couldn't have saved Overdrive. It was awful. But it was still a good idea. And, yeah. Another one is, this one is a bias. Honorable mention, I can't talk. This honorable mention is more of a bias thing. It's in Dino Thunder where Tommy faces his past Ranger selves.
That was cool.
It was a bias thing. It's, a nostalgia for all the older audiences to see and enjoy themselves and see more badass fight scenes. And the last honorable mention for best idea. Last
honorable mention?
Last honorable mention for best Power Ranger ideas is Bulk and Skull. Love those guys.
Oh yeah, they had their own little charm.
There's really not much to say about them because everybody knows why we love them. according to Linkara, they were the real heroes of the show.
Oh, and they had more character development by the end of the series than anyone else.
Well, that's because they were on the longest.
Yeah.
All the other characters kept switching out and changing, that there wasn't really room for growth. Meanwhile, they stayed on till... Bulk stayed on till Galaxy, and then they had occasional reunions here and there.
Oh, wait, Skull was there for space, right?
Yes. But
Okay, cool, yeah.
He wasn't there for Lost Galaxy.
Yeah, okay.
He left to get a PhD. Wasting his time.
Yeah, it's cool to see them go from bullies to then, like, police, and then just trying to be good guys.
Pretty much, yeah.
I mean, they were trying to be good guys with being police, but...
It's interesting how there are two separate stories aligned in one show.
And, except, I just didn't like the part where they turned into chimps for, like, all of Turbo. I probably should have put that down as an honorable mention for hated.
Alright. And the number one best Power Ranger ideas is the music.
Yeah.
Oh, there was, especially in the early seasons, the music was just so badass. I mean,
It got you pumped!
it got you pumped. I'll leave the name of the songwriter down below, because I don't remember his name right now. I think it was Ross or something. But the Go-Go Power Rangers, Combat, I Will Win, We Need a Hero. The first few seasons were just always get you pumped. Always get you pumped.
They knew that, they made you know that shit was going down.
She was going down. She was going down, bitch. She was going down.
Made you want to dance and just punch your windows and all that, and then your parents would yell at you and you'd be in timeout and you'd miss the show.
Oh, I remember when you were little, when the first season came out, every time the show went on, you just immediately jump up, and it was more jumping than dancing, but you were just going for it, like...
I still do that now.
Picture little 6-year-old mega fan just bouncing and stomping through the floor every time the theme song came on.
Hey, it was a catchy theme song.
It was. It is. It still is. And all the other theme songs for the rest of the series I thought were pretty good, except from... I wasn't a fan of Mystic Force, though.
Well, I mean, I liked everything from all the way up to Wild Force. And then the songs just didn't feel right. I mean, except for SPD. That I loved. Because it was the original band that did the first song.
Speaking of, I believe it was SPD or RPM. But, did you know that Dan Avedon wrote a demo for one of the themes?
Really?
Really? But look him up on Wikipedia. I believe it was SPD that he... And on YouTube, there is a video on YouTube of him singing a demo for Power Rangers SPD.
Huh. I did not know that.
My mind was blown when I found this out. I'm hoping it was SPD because I remember it as SPD. It could have been RPM or one of those. But it's on his Wikipedia, and he actually mentioned it on one of his Game Grumps videos.
Cool.
Mind blown.
That's
Mind
cool.
blown. Game Grumps and Power Rangers connected together. But anyways, yeah, that probably had the best music in any kid's show. Except for Steven Universe. But that's another thing. Yes. Your thoughts? Do you have a favorite theme song?
Oh, God. Too many to think of right now.
Here come the Power Rangers, Jungle Fury, Jungle Fury.
That was alright, yeah.
I love that one.
I mean, out of the Disney Ranger music, that was probably one of the best. Probably second to SPD.
Yes. Alright, well, I think that's all we have to say for the top 10 best Rangers idea.
Yep, thank you for watching.
And this draws to an official close of Power Ranger Month. So, man, what a month it was. I mean, we spent over a year preparing for this, just to express our love for this franchise, and a lot has changed this past year. like we gained so many more subscribers. We've got to meet some people who are also fellow fans who help give inputs to making these episodes possible, discovering all these games and all this stuff that we never knew back then. But I just want to really take the time to thank all of you for sticking with us this past month, whether you're a Power Ranger fan or not, or maybe you were sticking around simply because you were Power Ranger fans and you probably won't watch any more videos after this, but I don't know. Either way, on behalf of me and this guy right here, fellow Ranger fans, we are very grateful for you guys watching our videos and sticking around.
Yeah, thanks guys.
So, I don't know when I'll release this officially, but September 30th, our charity Power Ranger live stream. Hope you'll come check it out. And if there are any other franchises you'd like us to try to celebrate, or if there's any other stuff that you'd like us to do for this channel, fandom related or not, just you know, feel free to play with the button below, like, comment, subscribe, check out all the content we have here on our Fan Savvy channel.
Yep.
What you gotta say for our closing ceremony?
Stay more phenomenal.
More phenomenal.
More phenomenal. Whatever. I can never say the word. More phenomenal.
Well.
I feel like we should end this with like one of those freeze frames where we're jumping in the air, like yeah, the 90s thing.
I'll think about that.
Yeah.
Either way, thanks again so much, and may the power protect you, and remember to stay savvy.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.
Been a Power Rangers fan since the very beginning, since '93.
Matt from Buffalo.
Carl from Buffalo.
It's the first time at Nickel City Con. First time meeting Jason David Frank. Very excited. Original toy from 1994. You can actually see the package date there, 94. Have him sign that. Very excited. Watching Power Rangers my entire life. Have the entire original series on DVD. Super stoked to finally meet him. Followed his career a lot. Very excited.
I'm Tony, and I grew up loving watching Power Rangers and Pokemon and all those cartoons. It's never stopped.
My name's Kenny. I'm from Buffalo, New York. I'm from here, and yeah, I'm a Power Rangers fan.
I'm Megan. I'm awesome. This is my husband Kevin. He's awesomer.
I've practically been like a JDF fan since I was like,
Yeah.
I practically grew up watching Mighty Morphin as a kid.
Definitely.
How old were you?
4 or 5 actually at the time.
I was 8, so I'm older.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I was born in like '91, so about 4 or 5.
Overall, just my first experience with the show was I had an aunt that would videotape the show for me. So where I lived, I didn't have cable because I lived out in the middle of nowhere. And she would videotape the episodes for me and my brothers and send them to us. We had one tape that was just 8 hours of just nothing but episodes, including the last part of the preview for season 2 when they aired that in prime time.
I remember seeing the movie as a kid. Saw it twice in the theater. I think you guys took me once, and then I went with a friend of mine afterwards. And just seeing these heroes that, I grew up, I was 7 years old at the time, 6, 7 years old at the time, seeing these guys that I see on TV every day, now finally on the big screen, it was probably one of the most, it's exciting as a child to see something like that. Very cool.
The action, having, the fun, going around fighting the villains. I just love that stuff, like all the action.
I've been one since, born in '91. So once it came out in '93, I was watching as a little kid. So from there on ending up, been a fan since.
I was young. I just liked watching the cool monsters and watching the superheroes fighting them.
I like the fight scenes.
But honestly, I always liked Tommy. I always liked Jason. There were great personalities that just kind of drew me in.
I liked Kim.
Okay, there's a few. When the Green Ranger first showed up, that was one. That was cool. Then when he joined the team, 2. Then actually when he lost his powers and became the White Ranger, I thought that was the best thing ever. And going to see the movie when it originally came out, that was another one too.
Just the character, how even when he was at his lowest point, when his powers were gone, when it just seemed like all hope was lost, he keeps fighting.
I've always loved the sci-fi world. I've always loved the action. And the fact that they were just teenagers wanting to make a difference, chosen to make a difference. They were entertaining. Fight sequences were great. It was just an all-around great experience in watching television. Just 5, eventually 6 friends making a difference. It was awesome.
I mean, yes, the colorful suits, so each ranger has a different color. That, plus they knew martial arts, so that was a big standout. And then also it's the fact that they all work as a team that stand out a lot. It's like, okay, each member has something to give to the team. Suppose it's just the Red Ranger always doing everything on his own.
25th anniversary, who would have thought it'd make it this far? And now here we are. Again, like I said, celebrating 25 years, and here's to hopefully 25 more. And to anyone who's ever been a Ranger, thank you for keeping the tradition alive.
And how do you feel about being the parent of a Power Ranger fan?
Well, let's see. At the beginning, I made fun of him.
Mine did too.
Because it's like, oh, Dad, this is so awesome. This is so great. And they go, and get me hooked on it. I'm sort of a Power Rangers fan too.
May Power Rangers keep going on. It's 25 years, as it keeps going. It's always a new Power Rangers, like almost every year. There's always going to be fans watching the show, so just continue to grow. I don't know what I can say.
31 years old, so this, I was a kid when this started. It's amazing seeing something when you were a kid evolve over 25 years. It makes you feel a little old, but it's going back from being edited from Super Sentai all the way to original programming over those years. It's amazing to see. I can't wait for 30th, 40th, 50th anniversary of this stuff. So definitely exciting to be a part of it, if anything, because it is. It's just like everything else. It's a family, it's a community, and it's exciting for all of us to be a part of it.
It's morphin' time! That's my closing statement.
But no, honestly, just thanks guys for pretty much defining the childhood of pretty much any 90s kid.
Yeah, you guys really set the bar.
This year, let's go Power Rangers. It's morphin' time!
It's morphin' time! Triceratops!
Down. He's coming down.
He's coming down.
He's coming down, baby. He's coming down.
Yeah, I went as the pink Zero Ranger for Halloween once. That was
He's coming down, baby. Woo! Sylvie!
Hey, shirt matching for you. Favorite Power Ranger shirt? Superman. That's all right. No, that's all right. Have you seen the Moon Comics Green Ranger versus Superman? Who would win, the Green Ranger versus Superman?
Superman, of course, no.
He's got a Superman shirt. You gotta say it's Superman. Look, the guy's got a big look. Alright, guys. I'll see you guys. I'll post this and I'll see you guys. I want to show you guys a little love back here because I know it sucks making
Damn.
He loves his fans.
So yeah, your interview just got crashed by JDF. How do you feel?
amazing!
Hey all, Henshin Otaku here, celebrating the 25th anniversary of Power Rangers, donning my Red Ranger helmet in celebration. My favorite things with Power Rangers are always acts in the combat. The Zords were great, the monsters looked great. I especially enjoyed the Thunderzord in its introduction, along with Serpentera when it was first introduced. It just had that creepy vibe about it that was spectacular. The episodes, Green with Evil miniseries was great. Introduced Tommy for the first time. His return as the White Ranger, Lord Zed's appearance. All of it was great growing up, and actually it led me into an interest in the original Sentai as well as the Kamen Rider series growing up. Enjoyed Power Rangers, enjoyed the 25 years of it, and I hope it has a more phenomenal 25 more. See ya.
Hello guys, hey, this is Justin Nemo from Power Rangers in Space 1998. Just want to bring some attention to the 25th year of Power Rangers, which is 20 years for In Space, which, that guy right back there, that's Chris. And that guy right there, that's Justin. Red Ranger, Silver Ranger. Stay tuned.
How you doing guys? I'm Christopher Kamen Lee. Once upon a time I played Andros on Power Rangers in Space, and it was a hell of an experience. It was a lot of fun, mainly because we ripped off Star Wars. That's it. That's all we did. I was Luke Skywalker. Justin Nemo, who was he's my better half. He was Han Solo, and that's what we did. So it was awesome, and I loved it. There we are.
What's up, everyone? It's Michael Copon, aka Lucas Kendall, the Blue Time Force Power Ranger. And you know what it is? You know what time it is? It's the 25th year of Power Rangers, and I am so excited to be a part of this legacy. I mean, I have so many great memories of kids visiting me on set from Make-A-Wish and various charities. It's just been an impacting world that I've been a part of, and I just love being a Power Ranger. And if you ever have the chance to audition, you should too, because, hey, it helps change the world, and I love being a superhero. So go Power Rangers, happy 25th.
Hey, this is Steve Cardenas, aka aka Jeremy Falco. Just like hit me in the throat with a rubber band or something. What was that? A rubber band? Oh, it was candy. Oh, it was a piece of candy. Oh, okay. So anyway, my name is Steve, and I used to be on this TV show called Power Rangers. And 25 years ago, Haim, Saban, who runs Power Rangers, gave me a job, and you know what? It's been great ever since, because now I get to travel all over the world, meeting fans. You're all grown up now. When you were little kids, you were too shy to talk to me, but now you get to come up and say hi, and it's a lot of fun, and it's really been great to connect. And you know, I'm just so grateful and humble that 25 years later, you know, people still want to come up and meet me and things like that. So, you know, what can I say? You know, it's just been a great ride, and I'm really happy and grateful to all the fans. So thank you guys for being out there, and hopefully I'll see you this year when I come to a show in your city.
Guys, it's Jason David Frank. Oh, Van Swabby. That's right, though. We're going to keep it right here. You're watching them. It's morphin' time.